How's it going? I heard Glyn Johns talking about something recently, and if anybody doesn't know who Glyn Johns is, he's your favorite engineer's favorite engineer, probably. So this guy is the first of the lineage, as Jack Joseph Puig has said before, using a Star Wars reference. He's like Yoda. The guy is the dude. He's the guy. He did Zeppelin 1 and everything else that we love from that era. So let's just talk about what he believes in that I think we should all wrap our heads around. When you have a band recording, let's say you got 3 guys, drums, bass, and guitar. They are all recording and reacting off each other if they're playing all together. And that's the way it should be, because the emotion is the song. The emotion is the groove. It is the feel. It's everything. And having these 3 guys with different emotions, personalities, everything interacting with each other as it's going down makes a record a record. That's what it is. It makes it good. Now, let's take overdubs. When they happen, the guy who's doing the overdubs is reacting to those 3 guys that played together, right? And it could be one of those guys, but the point is he's reacting to them. Those guys, the people who already recorded, never get to react to the overdub guy. And that original emotion, feel, and everything that was captured within those 3 guys, you keep getting further and further away from that the more overdubs you do. Everybody who's doing the overdubs is reacting to that crew, but that crew doesn't get to react to these guys doing the overdubs. And as a result, everything becomes very one-sided and disjointed and less emotionally connected. So the best thing to take from this is it's like a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Eventually, the copy starts to get really crappy looking. It's not an exact duplicate that just lives forever. It gets farther and farther away from the truth, away from the realness that was there. It then becomes something else. And that something else is often not good, not compared to what it could have been with the emotion there. That's why I listen to records in the 60s and the 70s when they weren't overdub crazy and these bands all played together and they sound amazing. Listen to a James Brown record, Listen to anything from Glyn Johns, because he was a huge proponent of everybody playing together, so he would have enforced it. He would have strongly recommended it and made sure that everybody understood why it's so valuable, just like I do now. But at the time, when I started, I was of the mind of that's not the right way to do it. The less people you have in the room together, the better you can make the sounds. This is all true from a sonic standpoint, but it doesn't matter because how good the sonics are does not matter if the feel isn't there, if the groove isn't there. So if you want that original feel and that groove and that realness to come out of your record, get everyone playing together. Try to eliminate overdubs as much as possible. If you can help it, get it done at the time. Make it happen. And this is where being a great engineer comes into play. You got to figure out what mics to use, where to position people in the room, how far everyone should be from each other so you don't get excessive bleed you don't need. Invest in some gobos. Where should they be? How far away should everybody be? How do you build your studio with this in mind? You want everyone to see each other. Maybe you need some isolation for the singer still, so the vocal booth should be in the live room. There's different things you can do to make this work, but you got to start thinking this way if you want those kind of records with the kind of impact that they could have. All right? I find this to be the biggest thing when it comes to getting something to sound great. Get as many of the overdubs, eliminate them from being a possibility. Have everyone reacting to each other the whole way through. All right? Don't make a ton of copies of the original and expect it to be better. It's a bad move. All right? You guys got this. Don't worry about it. If you don't know exactly where to place things, you got to mess up a few times until you figure it out. Get recordings done with your buddies, your friends, charge nothing, charge very little, figure out how to record people all together. It will be extremely valuable. You'll grow as an engineer. You'll get way better at learning how to mix things like that because it's its own thing. If you don't believe me, you know, listen to a lot of the Wolfpack recordings and stuff. These guys are playing all together. Listen to the feel. And that wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was years ago, but it's not like it was 50 years ago. This was not that long ago. But those records have a feel. And that band is undeniably amazing. You know, so they can play together. You might as well. If you're a great band, that's how you should be recording. All right? I'm going to cut it there for the moment because I could rant about this forever. It means a lot to me. I'll speak to you guys soon. Evan Jaffe. If you got anything you need worked on, mixed and mastered, links in the description. Mixing and mastering lessons we offer through screen share or not if you don't want to share your screen. But I'll talk to you soon. More videos coming. Evan Jaffe Custom Cut Studios. Take it easy.